Hello everyone, hope you're well. Just thought I'd do a quick video. I'm about to go out, so it's got to be a quick one. I've not done a video for a while. I've been away actually. I went to Tunisia for 10 days with my family. It was amazing. I didn't want to come home, but yeah, unfortunately I had to come home. Back to the grind. My daughter was happy to go and see her school friends though, which was good, and the weather's been nice, which has made it easier for us to just get back into it again. But yeah, it was the local elections yesterday, so we arrived early hours, and yeah, we got in early hours, but we had to lie in, and then had to think about it for a bit. Who I was going to vote for? Kind of made my decision before I went away, and so anyway, went and voted, and it might upset people who I voted for. I know it would upset me dad and his partner. I didn't think I would vote for them again, but I did, and it's Conservative because it's not a general election, and I know the guy, he came to my door himself. He didn't have volunteers come to my door, and he spoke to me, and he gave up an hour at least of his time, and he had some good points. I challenged him on a few, and he understood, like, obviously as well, my frustration with the Conservative Party. But for us at the time, it was Labour run, and they were about to do a lot of things that I didn't like, and if they got in, it would have been horrendous. And the guy that was running for Reform, he's a nice guy, but he only had 2 years experience. He was retired, and then he just decided he wanted to look into politics, and he saw the Reform Party, and that's who he started running for, and he's learning on the way in that. But I in my head, because I went to a Reform conference, so we did question him, and the leader for Southport was there as well as him, so the main MP. And so yeah, we questioned him, and one of the things that they said was they needed more members, more money, so that and volunteers as well. They needed loads of volunteers help to get leaflets out and spread the word. And it's because they didn't get any funding, because Nigel was using it all on the tours. And they said, but it's good because he's getting traction, he's getting people involved, and blah blah blah. And I just thought, that ain't going to change. If Nigel's using all the money, he's basically selling a product. This is just all I saw. He's a businessman. He's using money to get attention. He's good for talking for himself. He's good at getting attraction. He's good at getting things out there, if you like. And do you know what? Look at the results of today. He has got Reform out there, because Reform have done really well. A lot of people will be sad because they still think that Labour's going to do things, even though they're going completely backwards on everything. In fact, they're attacking their own people that are voting for them, and they're still voting for them. I mean, come on. It's just mental. It's like Canada. Sorry, Canadians, but I don't know what happened there. One man changed the last 8 years of your results. You literally kept in the same government that was trampling you down in silent protests, and called in an emergency act, and was pushing for jabs, the agenda. Oh man, it's going to be worse in Canada, but that is a different video for another day. In fact, I don't think I'm ever going to get into that because it's too far from me. My uncle's Canadian, but he lives in Mexico, but I know he voted. I daren't ask who he voted for, but that Carney guy, What have you done, guys? Just because one man changed your mind. But anyway, back to us. Reform has gotten in, but for us, the Conservative guy Thomas got in. So I'm quite happy with that. I know my dad and his missus won't be, but I know that he gets things done. I've seen what he's done, and he's got a lot more experience under his belt, and he's younger, he's healthier. The Reform guy, he was nice, but I don't think he'd be able to push things. I don't think he'd be able to get things done, and he wasn't the healthiest looking guy. And I sound horrible when I say it, but I look at people differently now because I've got people dropping down like flies all over the place in my own family, my friends, and this guy, I'm guessing he's had the thing, and I just don't trust anyone. I just don't. He just looks unhealthy, and how long is he going to be there? It sounds horrible, but he's not got the experience. He's not going to have the experience. I think it's better voting for someone that we know is going to actually fix our area. But the problem is, everyone's been brainwashed into thinking that just voting for Reform is going to fix the problems. A lot of the people that are running for Reform haven't got that experience, and they're going to get voted in. And let's say there's a general election tomorrow and Farage gets in. I'm telling you now, Farage doesn't want to run this country. He doesn't want the pressure, he doesn't want the stress of it, or he will just hand it down to the next person. It's what happened in Conservatives. When it gets too much, he'll go, and he knows how much the issue is. We're about to go into a recession, could even be a depression. I'm looking online now. You've got Lockheed Martin has just done a contract with Germany, and they've opened up a new factory for doing missiles, and they are shooting for the roof. The shares on that are going through the roof because they are on. What was the other one? Sorry, there's just war's inbound. I can see it. Trump's now gone aggressive against Russia, saying that he'll do anything to help Ukraine, which is I didn't see that coming. And Starmer went to visit a factory in God, where was it? I'm so sorry. I can't think where he's gone, but he's just been to another military factory to see what the technologies, how far the technology is advanced, and what weaponry that they're using. And he's even seen it in action. Now I can't see what it is, but I'm sure it's to do with drones. So it'll be anti-drone and drone. It'll be for attack and defence, and he's ramped that up. The defence has gone up. We are heading to a war. So all these votes that you think are going in for Reform, he's been bought out. I think they've all been bought out. It's all just a game to keep people happy and excited now. So everyone's happy thinking something's going to happen. It'll settle them down again until something doesn't, and then they'll go up, and then they'll settle them down again until it's too late. And that's just what's happening. That's just my opinion. Sorry. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but Nigel Farage doesn't want to run the country. He just wants to get that position to say I was an MP, and then as soon as it gets too heated up there, he'll just step down and give it to someone younger. He's said this from the start. Labour, I don't know. Oh my God, there's no one to really replace them because they're all as bad as each other. So they are all going to be put under immense pressure now, and maybe they will force. Maybe it will get pushed in the Parliament for a early general election. You don't know. It could happen. Conservatives have disappeared. I know we got him in our area, but they are like fourth in the country. They are worse than Lib Dems. You go back to when David Cameron was in. David Cameron had 120 or 130 something seats, and he needed an extra 30 or 40 seats, so they went with Lib Dems. They used Lib Dems. I don't know if you remember, and it's different now. Lib Dems are more than Conservative. I can't, on the polls, like if it was to come, I just can't believe how much everything's changed so rapidly. But yeah, I think this video should be longer because there's a lot I need to speak about. But I'm going to try and do a new thing where I try and get at least one video a week done, and it's not going to be me, well, it'll be me rambling, but I'm going to try and learn a little bit more about what is actually happening around the world, so that it's not as painful to watch me just ramble on and lose trail of thought. But I didn't want to leave it any longer. I wanted to get our video out so that you've got something to watch, something to see. Oh God, sorry, I've got the washing here as well. I've just all the washing drying on holiday. I've been in the shower, about to go to my mate's sort of early wedding celebrations, because he's getting married abroad. So he's doing one for everyone in England, and he's going away. But I wanted to get something out. I hope everyone's alright, I hope everyone's well, and yeah, I'll try and get another video out sooner, a bit more informative. I'll start to write things down, and I'll get a bit of help from my partner as well to do some proper research, so that I'm not making silly mistakes or going off track. I'm also thinking of speaking to my brother-in-law and seeing if he can edit videos in his spare time, because he is like a computer whiz kid, and I just don't know how to use computers. I can put the camera on and I can speak into it, but I can't edit it and make it entertaining. I'm not going to start throwing up loads of flashes and images and memes and everything. I'm just going to make it, I want to try and keep it just me, but so that I'm not as boring, and you can understand what I'm trying to say. So if I'm talking about a subject, maybe I'll get something that pops up on the screen so that it's a bit easier for you to understand what I'm trying to explain, because I'm not that good at explaining things. But the reason why I'm doing this channel is so that I can help people understand what's happening that other people can't see. Now, I've seen things happening for a while, and I've looked into things, and there's people around that I've started to watch that have been on board with what I'm seeing, and I'm starting to see them that can do the research and explain it better than me. But I'm trying to get it out and amplify it, if you like, so people that haven't heard of the people that I watch, they see me, they see that I'm trying to help as well. But I am looking online, I am doing a bit more research. So while I'm working, I've got I do a quick few swipes while I'm having a cup of tea, just to have a look into things, see what's happening around the world. But yeah, the fact that arms are going up, defence stocks and shares are going up, and there's new factories opening up to make missiles in Germany, and Starmer's looking in our factories at what we're building, and our defences have gone up. It's just it's on its way. It is absolutely on its way. I honestly think that in my head I was thinking, like, if there was going to be a war, when would I predict a war? And if I gave a prediction, it'd be mad, but I genuinely think we're about to go into a recession, and the only way that we can fix the recession is to go into war, because that's where the money's at, and get soldiers on the ground, which people say that won't happen anymore, but it would. You don't just nuke places. You can't just nuke places, because it's just not going to work. I don't think there'll be nuclear war. I still think there's troops on the ground, but there is drones as well. Obviously we've got drones, but they'll have troops going in places as well. And I think that they're going to start getting younger generation. There's one thing I forgot ages ago. I went to watch the Minecraft movie with my partner and my daughter, and there was 3 adverts recruiting for the army, the navy and the marines. That I've never seen in a cinema. 3 adverts before a kids movie as well. I mean, come on, there's a war. It's coming on. They're recruiting already. They're getting the numbers in. They're getting the weapons up. If it's not this year, it's next. But I reckon just before winter starts this year, we'll be going to war. We'll be getting more. So there'll be soldiers in Ukraine, and next year they'll start drafting. I can see it. I'm not going to guarantee it, but if I was to say the chances of it, I'd probably say 80% they'll be drafting next year. 60-70% there'll be war in Ukraine this year. I reckon Starmer will get troops on the ground this year big time. They already said that they were going to do it while the talk's gone through. The talk's gone through. He's got a mineral deal with Ukraine, and Trump's pushing for war now. He's got factories going up in Lockheed Martin and now in Germany building missiles on the pretty much near the borders of Russia. This is war, and it is on its way. It is going to start this year, and they'll be drafting next year, and it'll be young lads. It'll be 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, maybe to 25, and then it'll be 25s to 35s, and then I'll be next. It's mental, but I know it's coming. But as for the election, the results in England, it's not going to make a difference. The same things are going to be happening. I think less will be done in the councils now because Reform candidates, just the local candidates, they don't have the experience, and they still have to go through whoever's running that area. So yeah, it's good to see the numbers are up, but I don't think anything will happen. And as for Farage, he's not going to want to be running the leader. He knows exactly what's happening to England. If I have an idea of it, and I'm just a working guy with an open mind, if I know, then I know that he already knows, and his plan is to get Reform to a place so he can say, look, I got that done, just like he did with Brexit, and then ditch it all and leave it as someone else's problem. That's just what will happen. But anyway, I'm going to leave it with that. There's probably a lot of information going through your mind, like, God, he's all over the place in this video. I will do a more in-depth video of a specific topic when I get time, but right now I'm just getting back into things at home. But like I said, I'm going to try and do a video once a week. I don't know what day it'll be on. I'm just going to try and get it done. It could be on a Monday and then the next week on a Tuesday, or it could be on a Monday and then on a Wednesday and then not one. I don't know. I'm just going to try my best. It's just there's a lot happening around. There is a lot happening at the moment, but yeah, if there's anything I can leave you with, and it's probably what I'm going to leave you with on most of my upcoming videos, it's eat healthy, get your finances in check, make sure you've got some tin food and some water and some rations in your cupboards. Try cooking outside, maybe invest in a barbecue and some charcoal, or a few bags of charcoal, or even get a gas barbecue. And don't get it because it's, oh, I'll have my friends round. Get it so that you can do some cooking outside on a gas barbecue. I mean, those little propane gas bottles, I think they're the green ones. I've got a BP one. I had that and it lasted me for like 5 years every summer having barbecues. If you got that, it'd last you. You could cook outside throughout winter if you had a little canopy. That way, at least you've got somewhere that you can cook some food. I just think that people take the ovens and electric and everything in the house for granted, so just make sure you've got another way of cooking. I have charcoal and I don't have the gas barbecue anymore. I've still got the propane, but I'll probably end up buying a new actual full-on barbecue. Now that I've got my patio bit done, I can get a bigger barbecue. But I do have charcoal barbecue which I use. I mean, I've been on at home, I cook everything on there, I love it. But yeah, just another way to eat, some water and exercise. Just get out and exercise. Start walking if you can't run. Start running if you don't run and you can run. Do some pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups. Just go and do some physical training. Invest in a gym. Go out and try and go and ask your neighbour if he needs a job doing and help him, or anyone, and just get an extra 30, 40, 50 quid a month cash and go to a gym and just buy a month's membership and go to the gym and just get yourself in better shape, because things are changing rapidly and one day you just don't know what's going to come knocking at your door, and it's better to be prepared than it is to just sit and wait. I think that just getting out there and cracking on with doing the little things now will be massive things in the future, because I would rather be running on the front line with people that are like me, training strong, fit, physical, carries, go for 4.5 mile runs. I mean, I did 8.5 the other day, which is the first time I've done it, because I've always thought long distance is boring. But I got in. I was just thinking that 8.5. I got to my normal point. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep running because I'm enjoying this. And I was just thinking, and I ended up doing 8.5 miles, which was made up, and it was a really good pace as well. So just get out and train, be stronger for your neighbours, help them out, just invest a bit more time for people around you, and try and stay away from the internet. I know you're watching this video, and hopefully by watching this video I help you get out more. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Take care everyone, and just look after your family and yourself. Bye.